Rahim Rashidi from Kurdistan TV. What is the way to stop Iran influence in Syria, Iraq, Lebanon, and Bahrain too? And Mr. Faisal, after 20 years, Iranian Kurds, Democratic Party of Iranian Kurdistan, PDK, resume fighting against Iran. Iranian government claims Saudi Arabia is behind this new round of fights. Can you confirm that or not? Thank you.
I think that was directed to you.
To me?
Yes, it was.
I don't know if Saudi Arabia is backing any group in Iran. My personal view is that we should continue engaging with Iran. There are two things that are unchanging in our relationship with Iran. One is geography. We can't get away from them. The other, of course, is religion. We both believe in Islam, we both believe in the Prophet Muhammad and the Quran, etc. And one of the ironic things, of course, is that since the advent of the Khomeini revolution and the subsequent succession of Mr. Khamenei, is that both of them wear black turbans, which in Shia practice and belief indicate that they are descended from the Prophet Muhammad. So imagine, Iran ruled by an Arab is now being in the state that it is in conflict with Arabs. And that, I think, is what should not happen. So from that context, whether there are Kurdish groups operating against Iran or in Ahwaz Arab groups or in Baluchistan, Baluchi groups, or in Azerbaijan, Azerbaijani groups, whatever you may consider, we want in Saudi Arabia to have peace. We want to be able to make sure that Iran itself is not afflicted with the centrifugal forces that have operated in Iraq, where sect and ethnicity become a divisive factor in Iranian society. That is something that would not be acceptable to the neighbors to the west of Iran, particularly Saudi Arabia. So, as I said, I have absolutely no idea if there is any support going to any groups operating within Iran. But the overall factor is that Iran can be a constructive player if it wants to. And that is something I think that the Iranian people themselves have to demand from their leadership.
Mohsen?
Yes, I think one of the old ways of trying to create instability in Iran, not without success, is to support various ethnic groups, from the Kurds, from the Arabs, to Baluchis. And this has been historical. The British did it, and the Russians have done it. And unfortunately, I see a revival of this in the past few years. I don't know who is providing support to some elements of the Kurds, Iranian Kurds, but they have increased their activities against the Iranian Revolutionary Guards. I don't know who is supporting the Baluchis or the Arabs in different parts of Iran, but they also are increasing their activities. And finally, perhaps most disturbingly, some countries in the region are now supporting the Mujahideen Khalq. Now, you know that Mujahideen have been engaged in a war with Iran, with the Islamic government for the past 37 years. And they haven't succeeded in their goal. But when you, as a country, begin to support an organization that Iran considers an existential threat, then you have to remember you're staying in a glass house, and you better not throw a stone, because other countries also have their own vulnerability. I hope that Iran comes to its senses and does not try to destabilize any country in the region. I'm a peaceful man, I believe in diplomacy, and I condemn any intervention by any country in Iran, as well as Iranian intervention in other countries. But unfortunately, this has become a game of, if you do it, I'm going to do it. And it's not going to go anywhere. So I hope whoever is supporting these elements stop their support. And I hope if Iran is supporting some elements in Saudi Arabia, in Bahrain, in other parts, they too stop it.